Hey guys, we just made it into Nebraska and we found another awesome free park that has electricity.
Yes, 30 and 50 amp, and thank God, because it got 97 degrees. It was, I don't think we got the RV below 90, honestly, all day long. Even with the AC on high, I don't think we got it below 90. So this was just a tiny little town. There was like hardly anything open down the main street. Maybe like one little cafe, one little gas station. The campsite is free for 2 nights, and then after that it's only $10 a night. There is no dump station, and there's no dump station in the town. So I mean, however long you can make it without dumping.
It's so sad because it's such a cute little town, and they have these little main streets in these little towns, and everything's closed, nothing's open.
But that's pretty much the norm.
Yeah.
Most little towns. It's very rare. I mean, it has to be a huge tourist spot for the little town to be really booming, which don't really make any sense to me, because there is a really big monument. Well, it's not a monument, it's a historical site right down the road. So I don't know why, you would think there would be more tourists here.
Yeah. We were getting ready to get the bike out and go for a ride and check out the sights in the little town and stuff. And I go outside, open my door to see what Jason's doing or if he's ready to go. And there's this lady like in my face, like peeking in the door. And it scared the crap out of me.
Crazy. Drunk or high or so. I didn't smell alcohol, so she might have been like super high or on some pill. I mean, she was slurring. I could barely understand her. She kept asking me my name. It was wild. Alright guys, so we was getting ready to go for a ride on the bike and check some stuff out in this little town. And this crazy weird lady came up to me outside. I don't know, she's on drugs or she's drunk, I don't know, but she was asking me if she can come inside, asked me what my name was about 3 or 4 times. So yeah, now we're not gonna leave the RV because she's just sitting out here in the grass talking to herself. Crazy. I'm gonna keep an eye on her. Alright guys, the cop showed up. I did not call him, I think it was one of the neighbors. She walked down the alley over here and took somebody's ball, started bouncing it. Trying to zoom in here through these blinds. Yeah, she took their red ball. And she was just bouncing it down the alley. It kept getting away from her, and she would chase it. Man, I haven't laughed that hard in a while. She's pretty messed up.
Never yourself in public if you don't want people to laugh.
Wow.
I don't know what
Well, she walked, these people was sitting on this little back porch here, and she walked up in the grass about where that cop car is, and she grabbed their red ball. And then she tried to bounce it down the alley. It got away from her a couple times, and she chased it down to that yellow house. And then she just stopped in the middle of the alley and bounced it and stared at them, and they went inside. And a few minutes later, this cop showed up. It's a very small town. They have 1 cop. We've seen him, what, 100 times. He's drove through this park, which I don't mind if I feel safe here. She's trying to take the ball back from the cop. He told her no, tossed it on the ground.
No.
Oh my goodness. So he let her go. Evidently he probably knows her. Maybe she's the town drunk. I mean, it's a tiny town. How many people did it say was here? Like a few hundred or something? Yeah,
it was like under 300,
Something like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. There might be more, but it doesn't seem like it. But yeah, she took off walking down the street, stumbling, crossing, talking to herself, but it was getting kind of late, so we waited till the next morning, and then we got on the bike and went to check some stuff out in the town and this very cool historical marker called Chimney Rock. I've never heard of it.
No, I really haven't either. I mean, when my family and I drove through South Dakota before, I don't think we ever...
I don't know. I mean, it's just...
knew about it.
One of them things. It's just
Kinda
out in the
neat, though.
middle of nowhere. But supposedly this was a historical marker because they used it as a point knowing... to know that they was heading west on the Oregon Trail. That's what they would look for. And I think they probably had like a camp set up there, or I don't know, probably trading posts, things like that.
And people would like bury their family members that passed away along the way there. That way it's something that they would always be able to find.
Yeah, they would know where it was. Yeah, there's an actual Chimney Rock cemetery too.
Pretty wild.
But we never found the cemetery, but we didn't really look, I guess.
Could you do this today? I think I could.
It would be an adventure.
I probably couldn't.
I don't know, man. That was wild.
Like for real, do it like there is no Walmarts. Like
Yeah,
you take your
the way they
supplies.
did it.
Yeah, take your rice, take your flour. You know, you make your fire along the way.
There'd have to be a prize at the end for me.
Provision box. This is what your grocery store used to look like. Here's your salt. Apples, how's that? Apples. Coffee, rice, beans. Parched corn. I'm not sure what that is. Cornmeal, flour. And then if you wanted to make something, you made it from scratch.
So supposedly this thing was carved 4 million years ago when like the water was rushing around the side of this mountain, and just the way it happened to hit it, it just formed it into this perfect point. But when I looked through a telescope they had inside, to me at the top it looked like it had like really...
It looked like it was carved.
Yeah, it looked
It
kind of
looked like it was
it was carved
carved
like kind of square, like it was a column at the top or something. It was... I don't know. Do you believe it?
I don't know. We didn't get close enough pictures, even with all of our cameras. They had a really powerful telescope in there, and you got a pretty good view close up. And I did not see water erosion. I've seen,
didn't
you know,
look
I've
right
seen
to
water
me.
erosion. Exactly. I don't know.
Who knows? Beautiful.
This is really cool.
Yeah, it was very cool though, and you don't even really have to pay to see it. We only paid to go into the little visitor center, and there was a little movie that we watched that told us the history about it, and you got to go in. There was two little rooms of exhibits with just, you know, the kind of the stuff we showed you, stuff from back in the day when they traveled.
You know.
But we are getting out of this park. We did our 2 free days. And we wasn't going to do 2 days. We was only going to do 2 nights, or
But
1 night.
The
but
electricity was nice.
the electricity, yeah, I was planning on being 97, and we couldn't get far enough north to escape the 97 in a day. It was just impossible. So we just stayed and left the air on.
The dogs loved it. They loved staying in the parks and having the nice, you know, manicured grass to play in and stuff. So.
Yep. But we'll be heading north, and we're going to try to do another park or 2 in Nebraska and check out northern Nebraska a little bit before we get into South Dakota.
All right, we are at a Walmart.
It is cool outside.
Oh man, we are up in northern Nebraska. We had no idea it was so pretty up here.
It is beautiful. I love Nebraska.
We did a Walmart because there's not much up here until we get into South Dakota, and I'm ready to stop for the day, and we also need some stuff from Walmart.
We will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe below if you haven't.
Leave us a comment. Give us a big thumbs up if you liked it. We appreciate it.
Check us out on social media. You can talk to Candace on Facebook.
Yep.
You message her.
Instagram, Twitter.
Yep.
I post pictures and stuff you might not see on the videos.
Yep. Twitter is Camping with the Kellys at Kelly's RV Travels.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching.
See you in a couple days.
Why do you do something funny? Look at that cute little man. He's so cute, Roger.
What do you
don't
think,
get enough
huh?
camera time, huh?
What do you think?